Hello students, welcome to Satya's Mathematics. In the video, we will talk about the chapter 2 complex numbers, exercise 2.2, sum number 2. Question pathina complex number z is equal to 2 plus 3i kuduthirukanga. We should represent this complex number in an Argand plane in various forms z, iz and z plus iz. In the moon formula, we should represent the complex number in Argand plane. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த சம்முக்கு தேவையான நோட் பார்த்தலாம். The standard form of a complex number is given by z is equal to x plus iy. The standard form we are also calling as a rectangular form, where x is nothing but real part of z and y is nothing but imaginary part of z. X is a real number, so it is a real part of z. Y also the real number, but it is multiplied with the imaginary unit I. Any real number which is multiplied with the imaginary unit I is called as imaginary part of the complex number. And Argand graver enna sollirkar appadina, any complex number x plus iy can also be represented as a point appdin sollirkar. So any complex number z we can also represent as a point x comma y, that is real part comma imaginary part. So in the point we can also plot it in the plane. Complex number if we want to plot it in the plane, x axis நம்ம என்ன எடுக்கணும்னா real axis, y axis imaginary axis அப்படினு consider பண்ணோம். This is the origin. So real and imaginary axis la when we are plotting any point, that plane becomes the Argand plane. ஏன்னா இத கண்டுபிடிச்சவர் யாரு? Argand graver தான். So this plane is called as Argand plane. So x comma y ங்கற point we can plot like this as x comma y, or we can also plot as a complex number itself, z is equal to x plus iy, or a position vector. Position vector na any vector from the origin. So idukku direction kudukiradhu moolama this also becomes a position vector. Indha mariyo we can consider a complex number in the Argand plane. So Argand plane la complex number 3 types la consider பண்ணலாம். ஒன்னு z is equal to x plus i ன்னு given form லயே consider பண்றது, இன்னொன்னு x comma y ங்கற point form ல consider பண்றது, இன்னொன்னு position vector or any vector மூலமா consider பண்றது. So 3 type la we can consider a complex number in Argand plane. Okay, next we can move on to the exercise. Given that z is equal to 2 plus 3i, this we can consider as a point 2 comma 3. The next one iz na I into z, I into 2 plus 3i multiply term by term. 2 into I is 2i plus 3i into I is 3i square, and we know that I square is equal to minus 1. So replace I square by minus 1. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. So 2i minus 3 நமக்கு கிடைக்கும். But as a standard form எப்படி இருக்கணும்? Real part first, then the imaginary. So minus 3 at first, then plus 2i. இதுதான் standard form. இந்த form எப்பவுமே நம்ம மறக்க கூடாது. Then as a point நம்ம எப்படி எழுதலாம்? Real part comma imaginary part, minus 3 comma 2. Then the third one is z plus iz. Z is 2 plus 3i plus iz is minus 3 plus 2i. So plus into minus, minus 3 plus 2i. So real part with real part, 2 minus 3 is minus 1 and 3i plus 2i is 5i. As a point, this can be represented as minus 1 comma 5. இப்போ Argand plane ல எப்படி represent பண்றதுன்னு பார்க்கலாம். Argand plane, x axis is real axis, y axis is imaginary axis, and this is the origin. First point 2, 3, second point minus 3, 2 and third point minus 1, 5. As usual, points x and y axis la எடுத்துக்கலாம். Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Just approximate நம்ம point plot பண்ணாலே போதும். Four, 5, 6. So first point is 2, 3. X is 2 and y is 3. Real axis 2 and imaginary axis 3. So 2, 3. இதை நம்ம complex number ஆவும் எழுதலாம். 2 plus 3i z is equal to 2 plus 3i னு எழுதலாம். The next point is minus 3, 2. X is minus 3 and y is 2. The complex number எழுதும்போது iz is equal to minus 3 plus 2i. இது ரெண்டுல ஏதோ ஒரு ஃபார்ம் எழுதுனா போதும். ஒண்ணா பாயிண்ட் ஃபார்ம்ல எழுதுங்க, இல்லனா காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் நம்பர் ஃபார்ம்லயே எழுதுங்க. And next one minus 1, 5. Minus 1, 5. Minus 1, 5. Or z plus iz is equal to minus 1 plus 5i. இந்த ரெண்டு ஃபார்ம்ல ஏதோ ஒரு ஃபார்ம் எழுதுனா போதும். That is more than enough. இல்ல நான் பொசிஷன் வெக்டரா எடுக்கிறேன்னா we can also consider as a position vector. 0 ல இருந்து அந்த பாயிண்ட் வரைக்கும் we can draw the vector. Next subdivision 2, z minus iz and z minus iz. We should represent these three complex numbers in Argand plane. So எப்படின்னு பார்க்கலாம். So given z is nothing but 2 plus 3i as a point 2, 3, and next one minus iz. Minus iz is nothing but minus I into 2 plus 3i. So multiply minus I with each term. So minus 2i. Minus I plus 3i is nothing but minus 3i square. And we know that I square is equal to minus 1. So replace I square is equal to minus 1 here. Minus 2i. Minus 3 into minus 1. So it is minus 2i plus 3. So standard form எழுதணும்னா 3 minus 2i. This is minus iz. As a point, எப்படி represent பண்ணலாம்? Real part, imaginary part. The next one, z minus iz. Z minus iz is 2 plus 3i. Minus iz நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கோம். So we can write this as plus 3 minus 2i. So minus iz already கண்டுபிடிச்சனால நம்ம இங்க வந்து plus symbol போட்டுக்கலாம். இல்லனா minus தனியா போட்டு iz தனியா எழுதணும். Now we can add real part with the real part. 2 plus 3 is 5 and imaginary part with imaginary part 3i minus 2i is I. So this as a point we can write it as 5, 1. Real part, imaginary part. Next we can plot it in Argand plane. Argand plane. X and y axis, that is the real axis and imaginary axis, and this is origin. First point pathina 2, 3, second point 3, minus 2 and third point 5, 1. As usual points plot பண்ணிக்கலாம். Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. இங்கே minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first point 2, 3. 2, 3. or we can consider as z is equal to 2 plus 3i. And second point, 3 comma minus 2, we can consider as 3 comma minus 2 or minus iz is equal to 3 minus 2i. And third point, 5 comma 1, 5 comma 1 or z minus iz is equal to 5 plus I. Thanks for watching.